Hello and welcome to Divine Horses and Humans. I'm Jason Divine and this is Divine. This is my mare. She's 15 years old. We've had her about since she was about 4.5. Came to us with a lot of problems. So this is an introduction to her, and I'm going to do a playlist on each individual horse because I think that would work out better. It'd be easier for me, and I hope it'd be easier for you, and then you can follow whatever individual horse you want to follow. So Divine is quite grumpy, as they say. There. She's a very dominant horse. People have branded her. That's why we got her for what we did, because she was branded as a problem horse. So first off, let's start with it. It's like you don't get horses with horse problems. You get horses that have got a problem with a human or a human being, like so many of us have problems with a human being, and that human being can cause you to have anxiety, they can cause you to have depression, they can suppress you. There's so much, right? So this is another reason I have horses, because they're like my best friends. I can talk to them, I can tell them everything and anything, and they won't betray me. Where so many humans will betray you. Humans always want to get the one up on each other because they're covering up their insecurities, aren't they? They're not comfortable in their own skin. I'm comfortable in my own skin. Have been for a long time. You either take me or you leave me. And when it comes to horses, I won't have people blame horses for their insecurities, their naivety, their lack of experience and their lack of knowledge, because 9 times out of 10 when people run out of knowledge with horses, they resort to violence. Yeah, violence isn't the answer. And I've witnessed enough people beating on horses, and I've stepped in and had like literally dragged them off. And you want to have a ruck with someone, yeah, come through me, and then you get the sack, don't you? Doping horses seems, highly like just that's the way it's done. Oh, we'll just dope it up. It's wrong. It's wrong. Human values and emotions again, because they will not understand the psychology of the horse. They don't want to understand that there's a better way, and that better way comes out of you and I. Yeah, that if you want something different, you have to do something different. If you keep doing the same thing, you're always going to get the same result. So I got into horses for mental health, right? 2.5 decades ago, moved away from it, came back to it a decade and a half ago, and the reason that was in 1999, I ended up in a serious car accident where I ended up with PTSD and bipolar. And they wanted to put me on medication. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it, I'm not doing it. So I thought, right, I'm going to go and work in the horse industry. So that's what I went and did. And I went and worked in the horse industry for a decade and a half, like I said. I learnt this style of horsemanship that I've done on my journey through my life. And yeah, I can get a lot of things done and not doing an awful lot. But it's all psychology based. It's the way you think, the way you feel, and your physical. But here in England, they don't want to see all that. They're not interested in that. They think it's witchcraft. They think it's circus tricks. They will say everything to stop you from doing whatever you've done. Or they will blame you and say you've done something to the horse. Or very, very insecure people. End of. And this is where, if you allow a horse to work with a horse the way that I work with a horse, they will teach you things that no human being can teach you. They will bring you a feeling of security and comfort that I've never found from an individual. But to get that, you have to have a certain amount of stuff on the ground, and that's psychology-based stuff and body language stuff. Why is it in North America that they use horses to treat war veterans with PTSD? Why is it in America that they use horses to treat, to rehabilitate prisoners? And we don't seem to do any of that in this country. And then if you sort of mention this sort of word of natural horsemanship, they just lose their mind. They just completely lose their mind. So I'm here to show you, like, as I said, individual playlists of each horse of what I'm going to do with it. At the moment, we're in the thick of winter. It's mud, 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 mud. We are not $1 million yard. We are got no $1 million horses. We've got no $1 million inside sand school. We don't wear spurs. We don't use whips. We don't really use bits. And we definitely don't wear shiny hats and boots and spray on designer equine clobber. Yeah, this is grassroots 101 stuff, and this is my lifestyle. This is my life. This is my hobby. This is my passion, and if I can help someone out there, I've completed part of my mission, because I can't seem to get people of what are supposed to be like-minded as me with horses to understand what I'm trying to explain. So I thought, well, I'll reach out to a YouTube community and see if I can find like-minded people that can understand what I'm talking about, that are empathetic to what I'm saying. So empathy is the key quality of a leader. You have to be a leader around the horses because you're working as a team. It's your teammate. Yeah, you ride them. You know, they're not a motorcycle. They're not a car. They've got a brain in their head, and they, you know, we have to let them use it. So, see, she's grumpy, and I love her for it. Absolutely love her for it. Anyway, so that's where I'm sort of coming from. Yes, it will be different. It will be highs and lows, but that's another thing that, you know, I'm Generation X. I'm 55 years old, right? And I'm severely dyslexic. So this for me is stepping into adversity. I'm very much about getting to the bottom of the barrel and then raising yourself up and reinventing yourself, right? Adversity will teach you stuff, right? Be prepared to fail. You will learn from failure. Failure is success. And this is what horses have to go through. Horses have to go through a certain amount of discomfort to find comfort. And once they go through the discomfort and they get off of that adrenaline, that cortisol, and they start to produce serotonin, and then they get to the dopamine, they're like, oh, right, I understand. If I do that, that goes away. So if I go in and want her to move back, it's like, move back, and then I turn away from her, I move away from her. She gets it. So you should be, that's how you should be able to move a horse. You should just be able to walk into them, touch them, and get them to move back. Just to the tips of your fingers. Feel a fly land on them. And that's, yeah, that's why we're doing what we're doing. Because they do something for me that no human being's ever done for me. And when you get this thing together on the ground with them, and then you ride them, it's pretty amazing. I said, I've been asked to ride so many horses through, and I'm like, no, I will if I can do what I want to do on the ground. Oh no, you can't do your groundwork because you're ruining them. Like, what are you talking about? And then when I do get the opportunity, I do certain things to see what they understand, and they don't understand. And you expect me to ride that? I'm not riding that. It doesn't even understand what my leg means. If I want its shoulder to move, or I want it to go forwards, or I want its rear hip to move, it needs to understand that. It's bare bone basics, isn't it? And it doesn't understand. And you can teach that all from the ground. But here in England, like, no, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, so anyway, so that's what we're about. Like, comment, subscribe, run and tell a friend. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you get notified when we upload. And just come along and be a part of my lifestyle, part of my journey. And yeah, like-minded, empathetic people. We're going to get the negative person in here that's going to say this, that and the other, but just remember, you drop that negativity and that negativity in that comment, it's just a mirror on you, because that's all it is. Horses become a mirror image of their owners, and that's why you don't get horses with horse problems. You get horses that got a problem with a human, and that's why she's like she is, because of human beings. And I'll tell you more about that later. So at that, I would say I'll catch you on the flip side, but I'm not going to. I'll catch you in the next one.